to be followed by Abra Green. Austin, when you begin, if you could just introduce yourself, you'll have 3 minutes.
Aloha. Thank you guys for being here this evening. I know it's a lot. You guys can hear me okay? Cool. Share some mana with you guys. You know me, I'm Austin Martin. I'm the chairman of the Libertarian Party of Hawaii, the leader of the Mises Caucus out here. I'm also on the Libertarian National Committee as an alt representative for Region 1. I represent the 15 states of Region 1, mostly in the West. Oh man, so this plan, I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you that climate change isn't a problem. You can believe in that. We have libertarians who believe in climate change, and we have libertarians who believe it's a hoax. The way that we get along is a principle called non-aggression principle. It goes like this. We oppose the initiation of force to accomplish social and political goals. You can make the world more liberal or more conservative all you want. As long as you're not going to force someone else, that's fine. But the moment that you start using force and justifying it with democracy, because after all, democracy is served when 51% vote to take away 49%'s property rights. It's worse in representative democracy where we actually just vote on the people who then turn around and vote away our property rights. And that's at the core of this. I'm a homeowner. I'm also the chair of the Resident Contact Committee, or a chair of the Resident Contact Committee in Fern Acres. And I can tell you now that at least the neighbors that I know will not accept this plan or its implementation, and you will end up with violence on your hands from your local property owners feeling like they are truly, well, under attack. You crack down and you start enforcing the codes in a way that starts trying to clear out the demographic, and you will have a powder keg explode. And not just regular residents, transplants like me, but old blood Kanaka are mad, and they deserve to be mad. So our principles, when we try to solve things like climate change, or pollution is probably a better way to express this, we think there are ways to do this without violating people's rights. We have a system in place to do that, but liability protections are making the worst offenders immune. While that situation is allowed to persist, the rights of individuals are under full-bore attack. You cannot take our neighborhoods and say, we're going to take your land, we're going to redistrict, we're going to rezone, we're going to rechange all of this so that you lack any kind of
30
recourse
seconds, please.
when the disaster comes. You create a perverse incentive for all kinds of foul play when we have programs like this. The general plan is not fit for Hawaii. It wasn't made for Hawaii. And it violates basic principles. It is unconstitutional, and it must be stopped. If you guys want a plan, I'm sure Hawaii Island can do better than the UN. Much love, you guys. Thank you, and vote no.
Thank you for your testimony. Chair, our next testifier in Hilo is Abra Green, to be followed by Megan Isaac via Zoom. Abra, when you begin, if you could just introduce yourself, you'll have 3 minutes.
Aloha, my name is Abra Green, and I'm speaking on behalf of the Libertarian Party of Hawaii. Hawaii is no ordinary land. It is a sacred bond forged by predecessors who wove freedom, respect, and aloha into the very soil beneath your feet today. This is a place where the people and the land breathe as one. But the Hawaii 2045 General Plan threatens to choke our very breath. This is not a plan, it is a threat. It centralizes power, and it strips the rights and the dreams of natives and residents alike to honor their heritage and to build their own lives. Our liberty is at stake, our mana and our kuleana under siege. This general plan does not respect sacred tradition or basic property rights. It calls for a one-size-fits-all future that smothers the sovereign communities and turns cultural birthrights into a footnote in someone else's story. The right to own land, to shape your future, and to prosper by your own hands are not gifts from the government. They are our rights by birth. We will not let Hawaii become a place where the freedom is just a memory. The leaders of this island were chosen to protect, not to control. Our freedom is to live as stewards of this INA and cannot be surrendered to a government that forgets who they represent. You have dismissed your own constituents as conspiracy theorists and sidelined their questions and their concerns. This plan is a gamble with our future, a roll of the dice that could leave us with a lifeless Hawaii. Centralized power builds walls between you and the people that you serve. But there is a better way. Imagine a Hawaii where every community shapes its own path, where property rights are sacred, where economic freedom sparks opportunity, where the voices of the people drown out the drones of perceived authority. One path leads to a Hawaii where freedom fades and our children inherit chains instead of choices. The other leads into a future where respect reigns and every native, resident, and leader stands united as guardians of liberty. Rework your plan with the people first in mind, and you will have their approval. This is not a dream, it is a right. Trust in the strength of the people and preserve the aloha that binds us all. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for your testimony. Chair, our next two testifiers are Megan